Protecting Virginia's forests and citizens from wildfire is job number one at the Virginia Department of Forestry. Roadside signs have been part of our wildfire prevention message for over 70 years. I know from my time as a county forester that flipping the 4 p.m. burn law signs kind of marked the ceremonial start of the spring fire season every February.
Virginia's 4 p.m. burning law was established in the 1940s as a way to try and prevent debris burning escapes, which is Virginia's leading cause of wildfire. The idea was that if we could postpone the public's burning until later in the day, until the early evening hours, that would push those burns into a period of the day when they were the most easiest for us to control if they did escape. And again, the idea behind the road signs was for the agency to show some effort at informing the public about when this law was in effect.
So at least twice a year, Department of Forestry personnel were along the roads of Virginia maintaining the sign installations that we had. Before spring fire season, we would be out to flip the signs. You got to remember that the signs were double-sided. During the summertime, we also did maintenance on the signposts. We wanted to make sure they were straight. We wanted to make sure that they weren't covered up in weeds, so that we were either weed eating them or maybe putting a little bit of herbicide around them just to make sure they look good. If you go way back in the day, the signposts were actually not treated wood, and we would have to paint them, which means, we would be out there scraping and painting with green paint to make sure that they look good.
These small metal signs represent a long tradition of preventing and fighting wildfire in Virginia. But now we have so many new and improved ways to make citizens aware of the 4 p.m. burn law each spring. It's time we gave these signs a much deserved retirement. Retiring the 4 p.m. burn law signs is a change in our methods, not in our mission. The 4 p.m. burn law remains a critical wildfire prevention tool. The main reason we're making this change is part of our ongoing efforts to ensure that our staff are spending their valuable time on efforts that provide the greatest benefit to the Commonwealth. We don't have a statewide tally of how many 4 p.m. burn signs or roadside signs there are across the state, but could have been as many as 1,000. That's a lot of signs. And each sign requires our staff to go out, again, twice a year to change the sign over and to do sign maintenance. That means our staff are on the side of the road in what could be a dangerous or highly trafficked stretch of road. And given all the ways that we have of sharing information nowadays and all the work that our staff have to do, this is no longer the best way for our staff to utilize their time. DOF remains committed to protecting Virginia from wildfire. We will continue to remind people that most wildfires are caused by humans, and so that everyone needs to continue to be careful with fire. And one of the ways we can do that is to follow the 4 p.m. burn law from February 15th to April 30th each year.